All right, my name's Bosh. This is Bosh's Ableton Beginner Bits, and today we're going to look at my dub setup and the different effects that I use, and I'm going to go into a bit more depth about what each effect, each delay, each reverb, the mastering effects, things like that. I'm just going to go into a bit more depth as to what each one is and what each one does. Before I get into this video, I want to shout out buymeacoffee.com/BoshDubs. You can go there and you can donate a small amount of money to this channel. Every little helps. It's an amazing thing. I think it's brilliant. You can tip any creator you want, basically. Just send them a little bit of money. I'm going to put up on the screen 2 people who have bought me a coffee so far. Got Fisherman, who said lots of inspiration and the only one who brings the stepper style to YouTube. Thank you very much, Fisherman. That is much appreciated. And at Robin_Cellier. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it's Cellier. I don't know. Thanks, mate, for your work. Hope to meet you soon. Robin has been a constant supporter of this channel. We talk on Instagram regularly as well. So big up you, Robin, as well. Thank you so much for the donation. It's much appreciated. It's also massively helped if you can subscribe, like, comment, all that business. Everything helps in the algorithm. And that's it. Let's get into the video. Now, the track that I'm going to demo most of these with is a forthcoming track. It's not even out yet. And let me just load it up. It's by Runaaki. It's called Nomad. It's from a 4-track EP that's coming out on May the 22nd, and I love this tune. I love all the tunes on the EP, but for dubbing purposes, I picked this one. So May 22nd, Runaaki, Nomad. Go check out the whole EP. It's a stinker. This is more of a dubstep tune as well. So I'm going to play the tune. No effects. Let's put some of the music in. Yeah. All right. Love that tune. It's a lovely tune. I love like an Eastern vibe tune. Runaaki, Nomad, 22nd of May. Go cop it. I'm going to go through each effect, what it does and what I use it for and where the knobs are in this whole setup. So number 1, let me open it up. It's already open. The first one is a reverb. Now this reverb isn't on here. That's just a mastering and mixing reverb. And you'll notice it's just on a few of the musical elements there and a couple of the drum parts. It's a mixing reverb, so that's just, I never touch it, that stays there all the time, and it's just to blend everything together a little bit. The next one is an echo. Now this echo's got 3 controls. It's got a time control, and it's got the feedback control. Now it should be noted that the time is synced, and I've only set it to 3 different things, so it's not too wild, this one. Let's play. Let's put the delay on the snare. Slow it down. Slow it down again. Let's do it just snare. Speed it up. Speed it up again. 3 locked speeds on that one. Now this has got a feedback control as well, so I can increase the swell amount on the feedback. So let's listen to the delay here. Fades off pretty quickly. If I turn this up and do it again. Hangs around a bit longer. And then if I want to kill that, pull that back down and it disconnects itself pretty quickly. And that's about it for that one. Adjustable speed, adjustable feedback. Let's hear the feedback difference here. You can hear it starting to build a little bit of that sort of feedback. And without it, it takes a lot longer to sort of subside. So that's it. This is set across here. And it's also set as a master effect on this one. And that's it for that. Let's move on to the next one. That one, by the way, that's my go-to basic delay. My do-all sort of emergency delay. It's the one I use the most often, I think, in the set. Next, we've got another delay. Now, this you'll see here says Bosh's Space Echo. There's a video somewhere on YouTube you can find where someone makes a space echo using Ableton instruments, using Ableton effects. Go find it. I can't remember what it's called. If I remember by the time I'm editing it, I'll put a link to it somewhere. But this is that space echo, and then I've just added an LFO filter on here. You can see a bit of jitter set up there as well on the LFO. There, so it's sort of staggering about a bit. Now this one doesn't have a feedback control, but it does have a speed control, which is not synced. So let's put the snare on again, and let's put this delay on it. Now it's worth noting I've linked this to the same knob, so this knob controls all the delay speeds. Let's turn it up. You can hear the filter working. Yeah, you hear that filter? Turn it back up. Yeah. That's my second favourite delay on here. Really functional one, and you can use that pitch to do build-ups almost and breakdowns. If you're building up towards a drop, you could have something hit here and then slowly... Nope, wrong knob. Yeah, so you can create a build-up with it as well. I like that one, and just the fact that it's got a free control that's not locked on the sync there. And again, that's one of my more commonly used ones. I tend to use those two delays the most out of everything on here. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the controls for that one. Oh, my mic's... dear. This cable's horrible. Next up, let's move to the next one. This is Cabin Spring and Little Plate. So you'll see here I've got the Cabin Spring preset and then the Little Plate. This is the only non-Ableton effect I've got in this setup. And let's listen to what it sounds like. This is a reverb. Let's put it on just the snare. Yeah. Let's put it on one of the musical elements. Yeah. Again, pretty simple. It's a short spring and a long plate, that one, and that's how you get that sort of cavernous sound. It's taking you got the short reverb, and then it's reverbing that into a bigger sound. And that's pretty much that one. So far we've got a locked time delay with a feedback control. We've got a free time delay, no feedback. And we've got a reverb, which is a spring and a plate combined. Okay, we're moving away from this bit now, and we're going to move over to here, where we've got our fourth send effect. And this is a reverb with a filter. So we've got the reverb here, and we've got the auto filter before it that's being controlled by this LFO. And you'll hear, I'll do the snare again because it's the best thing to listen to. You will hear that filter kicking in. So the top reverb will be like, and then lower than that will be, so it'll change the sound of the reverb. Let's listen. Dry. And then on. Nope, wrong one, this one. So this is dry. Let's turn it on. Yeah, let's try putting it on something like this. So you can hear that filter going up and down. Simple. That's a pretty basic one. That's not really much to explain. It's a reverb with a filter. Bit of a limiter as well, just to keep everything in control. And then the last one on here is an echo with a spring attached to it. So the time's adjustable on this, but it's not locked. And there's no feedback control. Let's just have a listen with the snare. And this is on here. So this is the fifth effect, goes onto these knobs here. This is the time. Yeah, I like that. I like the sound of the delay running through the spring. I think that sounds really cool. This one it gets real noisy, does that one, real bashy. Let's see what happens if I put it on everything. Yeah, but I do like that delay as well, just because of how bashy and sort of loose it sounds. It's pretty cool. And so yeah, that's the main thing with the send and returns. I'll quickly go through some other effects. So we've got 2 master effects here. We've got the ionizer. Let me turn everything up. All right, now that's a master effect. That's more for big transitions between tracks, an end, something like that. And that is a preset. That's an Ableton preset, I'm pretty sure. Let me just go to the master here. It is this one, Ion Reversal, and that's an Ableton preset. And then this fade to grey knob is another Ableton preset. Knob 1 fade to grey, I'm pretty sure that says. Let's listen to that. Yeah, so that's another master effect, and I use that for big transitions and things like that, or big endings. These 3 BMT controls is bass, middle, treble. It's pretty self-explanatory. Bass out, bass in, mid out, treble. Yeah. BMT controls there. The ion and the grey. What else have we got? This is a tempo control. Goes from 130 BPM all the way up to 172. So I can completely change the speed. If I'm going from a track that's 140 to 160, I can slowly turn that speed up as I'm doing other transitions and things. So that's quite a good thing to do. And what else have we got on here? Master effects. All the effects I've just mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So synced delay, loose delay, reverb, filtered reverb, bashy delay. They're all now masters on here. These are the master effects for those. These ones here do just delays for other stuff, nothing too much. I think this is a mic delay. Let's check. Yep. That's my mic delay, which is this one. So I can really build feedback. Yeah, so that's linked to the top delay, but for my vocal. This one, now, this one's for... That's my siren effect. So this is the siren echo, and it's the same echo again with a big feedback. Turn the feedback down. It'll start to drop off. What else have we got? Let's have a look. This is the siren speed. This button here does the speed of these sirens that I've just played you. That changes pitch on that one as well. And then this one. Yeah, so all the sirens are linked to the same speed control. Just to save having 2 separate knobs, means I just know that if I'm doing a siren speed, I can do both of them with that one. Over here I've got some samples. Just standard reggae one-shots, let me turn that. Yeah. So that's the samples that are in this octave, and then we've got the delay for those samples, we've got the 2 sirens, we've got the speed control for the sirens here, and the delay control for the sirens here. What else? Let me see, what else have we got? This used to be connected to a filter, but it's not now. That's the filter. What else? Now I've got an anti-steppers button. Now I might have to use another tune to demonstrate this, but the anti-steppers button basically makes any steppers tune into a normal dub tune. So let's listen to this Astro Ranger tune here. All right. And now we're going to make it not steppers by pressing this. And all that is an auto panner. It's an auto panner that's set to half notes. So the auto pan literally turns on for the first kick, on for the third kick, misses out the second and fourth automatically. So let's just listen to the drums on this on their own, or just the drums. Turn the steppers back on. Now, this is really good for breakdowns. So if I've got a steppers tune, I want to change the pace and the feel of it without changing the tempo, I can just press this button. Yeah. And I'm telling you, no one's using the anti-steppers button. So if you see anyone using it, give me some credit. And then the last one, the last one's quite a cool one. The last one is linked to a tape effect, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to play these drums and the skank on here, and I'm just going to press the tape effect and you'll see what happens. So that's a tape stop, which also, that affected my mic there as well. You'll hear it'll start to affect my mic. Talking though, it lets me come back, which is always good. So I can just press that and we start to get a little bit till I press that back again. So that's quite a cool effect as well, a little tape stop there. You've got the anti-steppers button, we've got the tape stop. We've done these. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Sirens, samples, effect 5, master effects, time for effect 5, EQ. Yeah. The reverb, the third one, the reverb here, I've got it even on the bass, which I can use as a transition. 'Cause sometimes I pull the bass out and it's a really like if you're in the crowd, you go from hearing like to just nothing. It's quite jarring sometimes, so I've put a reverb on the bass as well. So just listen to how that sounds. Okay. Classic echoey bass sound. Let's put the Runaaki tune back on with the bass. So that's what the bass sounds like with the reverb turned on. And it just means you get a bit of a tail. So it's not just cut off. When I move this knob, you get a tail for the thing, so you can just put it back on and make it clean again. I think that's everything. I've already been through everything. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. That's my whole dubbing setup. I do have the spring as well, but the spring's not set up. I'll put it in the box. But yeah, that's how I have my whole dubbing setup set up. Main effects controls, and then a few little master effects and things like that, and some special effects in there as well. My name's Bosh. This has been Bosh's Ableton Beginner Bits. Please like and subscribe. Please go to buymeacoffee.com if you've got some spare change. Chuck it over and I'll put it towards making these videos. My name's Bosh. This has been Bosh's Ableton Beginner Bits and I will see you next time. Ciao.